Christmas in B&Bs up and down the, up and down the country. It's almost like the forgotten homeless. But it's nice to let them know, do you know what, we're thinking about you and we've been there.
Since 2010, the number of homeless people in temporary accommodation in the UK has grown by 61%.
It was 3 of us all in 1 bedroom.
I didn't see it first night. I couldn't see a house full of strangers. You don't know what anyone's like, anyone's fucking. And there's not even a knock on your door.
Scary. Very scary.
Terrifying.
As a parent, it made me feel terrible. You want to be able to feed them, clothe them, and, give them somewhere to live. And it's soul destroying. It's the hardest thing.
Yes, guys, you heard it from these people. I was watching a show on YouTube. This is called Rich People, Poor People. And I can't understand why people don't find alternative ways of living. I know people are struggling, things are hard out here. But do you really have to struggle and kill yourself working hard all day? Paying that bill, that rent, the high rent, those bills. There's cheaper, simpler ways to live. Look at me. Me personally, I did that. I was one of those people. Lived in an expensive apartment. Actually, I had a house before that. And it was ready for foreclosure. But I didn't stay there like an idiot, trying to fight to keep it. I understand why some people will stay in their houses and try and fight to stay in a house. Because they figure, you know what? I invested 4 or 5 years in that house and I'm going to lose that money. But my thing is this. Cut your losses and get out. Because by the time the sheriff comes to your place, you're now homeless. So you made yourself homeless by sitting there thinking they're going to give you a chance. When they're going to come to kick you out of the house, they're going to kick you out. And by the time they come, it's going to be too bloody well late. So I always tell people, cut your losses, find alternative ways to live. There's always tiny houses. Invest in something like that. RV, maybe a van life. Again, I'm careful what I say because, like I says, these things are not for everybody, which explains why most people choose to want to go back into housing. And again, you have homeless people who want to go back into housing, with the same housing that put them on the streets in the first place, which kind of don't make sense to me, but each to their own. And that's what I'm talking about here. There's alternative ways of living. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to struggle. I'm telling you guys, you don't have to struggle. Because like I said before, I was one of those people. I ain't struggling now. In fact, I'm grateful about life. Life is awesome now. I got more money in my pocket and everything. And I say this all the time. And I'm not trying to boast or show off or nothing. I'm just trying to show you people who are struggling in your houses or struggling in your apartments, there's a better way rather than staying there and living in squalor and paying this scum landlord tons of money monthly and he's threatening to kick you out every time. This is what makes people poor. But you don't have to be poor. You could be working class and live just like the rich without the millions. Simple living is the way to go, guys. Whether you want a small van, an RV, a tiny house, even a cargo trailer. Get a cargo trailer and build it out and turn it into a nice home. You could do that too. A cargo trailer, turn it into a nice home, make it nice. You can live out of it. It'd be awesome. You could do that. I don't understand what the problem is here. There's plenty of ways to live that will avoid you from going to the streets. A lot of people who become homeless could be avoided if they thought of it right and planned right. Just like I could have easily been homeless when they were trying to kick me out of my house. I found alternative ways, and I stopped paying the mortgage, and I packed up, got out, found myself an apartment, which is that 1-bedroom apartment I was telling you guys about, which was cheap when I moved in there 10 years ago. It was only like $800-900. But this landlord tended to be greedy. When he raised it as high as he could, as he could raise it, until he wanted like $13.50 a month. Now he wants $15.50 now, and to this day, there's still no one in that apartment. He can't get no one in there. Someone's going to rent it eventually, but no one's there now because $1,500 for 1 bedroom. Fuck you. No way. But some fool's going to pay that. I should say fool, because some people can afford to pay that and some people don't mind paying that. If you're one of those people, good for you. Me, not no hell. Which is why I live in a studio. And you can have a family that can do it too, because some people will say, Scarpunk, what about family? I know I have 2 daughters, I have a son, and I have my wife. We can't live small like you. You're by yourself with your dog. You can do it. You can do it too, guys. You can do it too. You can do it too, guys. RV's pretty big. But people are brainwashed into that mentality that you need big space. You need a lot of space. You need 2 bedrooms. You need 2 bedrooms, yes, because you have kids. But I'm talking about you need 2-3 bathrooms. Do you really need all that space? I get it. I'm the only one here in this van. But there's alternative ways to live. You don't have to be poor and struggling. Which make me believe that some people are poor and homeless because they allow themselves to become that, because they don't think of alternative ways. They figure, nah, it's not for me. Try something new. That's all I'm saying, guys. Try something new. Whether it's van life, live at your van, get a van, live out of it. You're getting kicked out of your place. Or an RV. Or a cargo trailer. Tiny housing. Rooms. Studio attic apartments. Those are kind of coming more and harder to look fine now. And it's starting to raise the rent on them things. Like where I live now, that's the last place I'm going to rent. After this, I'm living in my van full time after that, this time. But I'll be there for a good couple of years, probably 5 years, before that happens anyway. I'll have a lot of money saved up by then. I'm saving money now. I'm going to save up then. So, like I said, guys, there's alternative ways to live. People need to wake up. You don't have to live that way. You don't have to struggle and pay them high rents, high bills. You don't have to. I'm no more richer than the person that's paying high rent. I'm just better off because I have more money in my pocket now because I found a simpler way to live. With that, I'm out. Keep it nice, keep it sweet, and keep it real, all right? Laters. Like I said, if you like this video, like, subscribe. If you don't subscribe, don't like. Choice is always yours. Use your choice. That's the only thing we have left today.